During 2020, with lots of time on my hands, I started to get back into 40k lore after a long hiatus of some 20 odd years. After the lore vids, I began watching and very much enjoying some of the gameplay videos as well. The stimulus check was the final sign, and so it was time to start my own army. For various reasons that maybe I'll get into another time, I chose Tyranids and read a few articles on suggestions for creating your Hive Fleet, and so began collecting. Now that was fun. Each new box arriving, fighting to win an auction for those ever elusive Ripper Swarms, breaking out the coloured pencils to doodle on the assembly booklets and try and create a colour scheme. So I really liked the Swarmlord and wanted him as the pointy core of my army. But how to get one? There's none available anymore, right? Now I didn't know that things had changed since the long lost days of lead and white metal. When I look for a Swarmlord, only a Hive Tyrant comes up. This ain't a Swarmlord. Now I know there's some leeway on this what you see is what you get, but saying giant winged thing is actually a burly chap with bone swords? Nah. Oh well, to eBay. I bid a few times on various ones that sold for about 40 to 50 bucks, and finally one lazy Sunday morning, while trying to juggle making a skillet scramble and making bids, I succeeded. Swarmy was mine. He arrived painted as Kraken, but I'm looking at Kronos for my shooty bugs, and a homebrew called Golgotha for my patrol. It means place of skulls. It was the hill on which Christ was crucified, but more importantly, it was a badass armor-plated Tyrannosaur in 2000 AD's ABC Warriors. So how to strip him? Back in the day, I'd chuck my lead boy in a vat of paint stripper, but I didn't want to risk melting him, so I did a little research and settled on this, a long soak in Super Clean. It's pretty cheap and comes in decent sized quantities. In he goes, and now we wait. Next day, I was concerned nothing was happening. I was hoping to see the paint sloughing off, but my fears were allayed when I dragged him out, took a toothbrush to him, and everything just came away. There was some excessive green putty, in his armpits of all places. Very Hitchhiker's Guide. I decided to conceal it with some lash whips, salvaged from the excess from assembling my Tyranid warriors. Oh, and he lost a chest spike during the clean. This should have been a warning sign, but I just replaced them both with the bayonets from Venom cannons. I primed him, posed him, and was so chuffed with my first assembly, I posted a little online. It was then that I was informed that the body was actually a 3D printed knockoff. Apparently, these striations are a dead giveaway, so keep your eyes peeled for that, as is the lack of detail on the alien-esque tubes. It should look like this. Now I don't know if I'll ever play in a proper tournament. Initially I just wanted to collect and paint a swarm of alien critters, but if I did end up playing in a tournament, the new Games Workshop rules would likely kick this model out. Of course, stripped, modified, primed, can't exactly return him to the git who sold it to me, but what the hell, I get to paint him as a practice and then paint the real one better. And by now, having bought and assembled warriors, hive guard, thropes and some carnifex, I learned that nowadays in the far future, models come with lots of options, and that my original search that kept coming up with Hive Tyrants, well, Swarmlord was actually one of the options. If I'd been able to go into a store, I might have learned this, but oh well. So I found one on Amazon and then a slightly more expensive one at a small independent game store, and I opted for the latter because, well, I'm building an army to devour all life in the universe. A few extra bucks to help out the little guy before I consume his biomass only seems fair. And here he is, revealed on the back of the box I never got to see. Less I. It makes sense that, with all the extra parts you end up with, if you just had an extra torso you could effectively make another model, but to print it up and hide that fact, especially when this is banned in certain circles, that's a dirty move, mate. Hopefully there are fewer greedy cheating wankers in the 40k community at large. Anywho, I'm finishing up the last of my Hormagaunts and needed to strip my practice one where I was trying out techniques and colours, and I'm giving him the strip treatment. And yep, the same stuff works just as well on tiny bugs as it did on the big fella. And hey, doesn't even take off the primer. Didn't expect that. Nice one, Citadel Chaos Black. So there we have it. Me learning how to strip models and also learning how to look out for 3D printed knockoffs.